Today's celebrity guest hustler is an actress best known for her starring role in Hollyoaks, Jennifer Metcalfe.
I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know whether I'm capable of getting money or anything off someone. I hope I don't burst out laughing halfway through. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, so I'm just going to go with the flow and just try and put my butter won't melt eyes on.
Jennifer hasn't been told any details of today's scam. She's just been sent to a restaurant where a table has been booked in her name.
Hi, I have a reservation.
It's not long before she's joined by a hustler.
Hiya.
Hello.
I'm Paul.
Paul, Jen.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, you too.
How you feeling?
I'm good, good. A little tired. Yeah.
You feel lucky?
Not really, no.
Okay, it's funny because it has been the luckiest day of your life.
Okay.
You've won a massive amount of money.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you need someone to help you collect it.
Okay.
This is a version of one of the oldest scams in the book. It's usually played today with emails, maybe with scam mail that comes through the door. But we're going to do it old school style, person to person. What do you think?
I'm up for it.
All right, we're going to find out.
Jennifer will need all that enthusiasm and more as she goes undercover in The Syndicate. A smart city hotel is the scene of crime today. These young ladies enter the foyer, minding their own business. One of them has just become the mark. There's a business conference happening in the hotel, and here come a couple of delegates. It's Jess and Jennifer, moving in for the hit. The first stage of the scam is going to draw a bit of attention, because these smartly dressed business ladies are about to have a right old Barney.
You've cost us, not hundreds, but thousands. You know that, don't you?
I thought we were doing the right thing, not by writing
Shut
my
up,
name.
stop crying, goodness sake.
I thought we were doing the right thing.
It sounds like Jennifer has done something very stupid, which has cost Jess a lot of money.
Oh, do you know what really them is that the people in there, they're not even giving you a hard time about it because they know that you're just going to stop crying. I just don't care if you cry or not, though, because you need to be told what you've done is wrong.
Well, they understand it's a simple mistake.
It's not a simple mistake. Stop crying.
The mark hasn't recognised Jennifer. So far, so good. But she's certainly noticed the noisy squabbling.
It wasn't actually your ticket, so why would you even put your name in?
Because they give it to me and I saw they said, write your name on it, so I just wrote it.
The scene is also drawing attention from the hotel staff.
Hi there, ladies. Everything okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
In fact, it's new hustler, Polly.
Hi there, you okay?
She's here to strike up a conversation with the mark.
I'm the customer relations manager here. So if you've got any problems or you want any help with anything, don't hesitate to call me. Sorry, what was your name?
Gemma.
Gemma? Kramer. I'll just get my card for you, okay?
The fake customer service manager heads off, with the argument still raging behind her.
Seriously, it's like butter wouldn't melt with you all the time. And I'm the only one who actually knows what you like. As to why have you even given it to her to look after in the first place?
Time for Alex to join the girls. He's also playing a convention goer.
Do you know what? Don't even come and speak to me for the rest of the day, actually.
Hey.
I can't believe she's been like that about it.
So sorry. Listen, she'll be fine. She'll just calm down. She's just all a bit excited, isn't it?
Everyone's been so understanding, but you don't get it. I didn't write it intentionally.
I know.
It's making me feel proper anxious of me and she's embarrassed me in front of everyone.
She's just being stupid because you were trying to help.
As Alex tries to console Jennifer, Polly returns.
So you can't.
Hi there, is everything okay here?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's just a bit. That's fine. Thank
Miss
you.
Kramer, here's your card. Do you want anything? And I'll sort it out for you, okay? Enjoy your day.
That lady's name
Enjoy
is...
your day.
Thank you. That lady's name is Kramer. Excuse me, sorry, did I hear you right? Is your name Kramer? Yeah. What's your first name?
Alex has overheard the mark's name and suddenly has a light bulb moment.
Look, if her name is Kramer, you're Gabby Kramer. So if you got somebody with the same initial and somebody with the same name...
That'd be amazing.
Sorry, excuse me. I know this sounds a bit outlandish, but we need somebody who's got the same name and initial as her, with G. Kramer. Do you spell your name that way as well? Yeah? Oh, I was just wanted to ask you. Basically, what's happened is they do. We all work in the restaurant trade, but their restaurant have got a little lottery syndicate all together, and they buy a ticket every week. You know, she looks after it, and she wrote her name on it because I think the lottery say that you should write your name on the back of it, because if it's winning, then nobody else can take it off you. They were going to go and cash it, but then they realised that Gabby was out of the country when the ticket was bought. So she's not allowed to cash it. I didn't know that, I just found out.
So here's the story. They're in a work lottery syndicate and have won a lot of money. But Gabby Kramer here has only gone and written her name on the back of the ticket. But she was abroad at the time, and you have to be in the country when the purchase takes place. So now she can't claim the winnings.
Well, the ticket's won quite a lot of money. That's why the girl was giving her. Because basically they found out that the other 5 people, they found out that they've won tens of thousands and they can't cash it.
By a miraculous coincidence, the mark has exactly the same family name and initial. Of course, this is no coincidence at all.
Hi there, you okay?
Customer service manager Polly only introduced herself to the mark in order to find out her name.
Sorry, what was your name?
Gemma.
Gemma?
Kramer.
Kramer, oh, lovely to meet you.
Behind the scenes, she then printed out a badge with the same name and initial. When she returned to the foyer, she slipped the badge to Jennifer.
Is everything okay here?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Whilst Polly handed over her business card, the badge came out, turning Jennifer into Gabby Kramer. Alex wants to persuade the mark to collect the winnings, using her name, G. Kramer.
What I was going to ask you is, apparently all you need to do is go to the to newsagents, you give the ticket, and they give you a certificate that you've won, and then they send you the check. If you could basically get the ticket, go to the newsagent and get the certificate, that's all we need. I'm sure you'll give, I mean, thousands of pounds. Her boss, he owns a restaurant in Mayfair, and he's part of the syndicate. I'm sure he will take care of you. I mean, like, if they pay you 500 quid or something, see, without someone like you, they'd get nothing. Would you be able to do that?
I'd be so happy.
500 quid for doing almost nothing. Who could resist?
I tell you what, I'll give you, have you got a pen? Have you got a paper? I'll give you this address and come to the restaurant.
The mark agrees to meet Alex and the rest of the syndicate at their restaurant later this afternoon.
We'll be there, so we'll see you later. So, okay, I'll give you a call if anything changes.
But she's going to find out that Lady Luck isn't on her side today. The mark and her friend are on their way to the restaurant where Alex, Jennifer and the rest of the syndicate work. They go inside to find some familiar faces. And a new one. It belongs to Paul, the restaurant owner and final member of the lottery syndicate.
So, Ian has told me a little bit about this. He met you guys yesterday or?
Earlier on this morning.
This morning?
It was actually this afternoon, wasn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
So he just met you guys?
Thank you.
And your name is? It's amazing. Did he explain to you what's happened?
There you go, Gemma.
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
I was just, thank you. I would like to know a little bit more.
Yeah,
about what's going
I
on.
need to know a little bit more as well, to be honest. But it's,
Paul seems more cautious than the rest of the syndicate. But he is willing to show the mark what they've all come here to talk about.
that's our ticket.
And the draw date, you can see on the top, and you should check the numbers as well.
It's the winning ticket. Alex lets her check the numbers on the National Lottery website.
It does.
So,
It does, doesn't it? I mean, I'm so terrified you're going to look at it and say, no, you know what, you've got this wrong.
you've missed a number.
You've won a tenner.
Sure enough, those are the winning numbers. 5 numbers and the bonus equals a whopping great amount of money.
It's £131,000.
That's a lot of money.
What Ian suggested to me is that I give you some money to go and claim it. A couple £100 and you go and claim it. My problem is they're not going to make the check out to G. Kramer. They're going to make it out to your name. And we're depending on you giving us that check in return for 500 quid or something. I mean, you know. And I'm a little concerned about that, to be honest. But it's not that I don't trust you. It really isn't I don't trust you. I just don't know you. I'm sorry, I really am.
Paul's concerned about letting a complete stranger claim their winnings and then having to trust her to hand the money over. They'd have no legal comeback if she just decided to keep it.
You know, that 132 grand will go into your account. Then it's going to be up to you to pay everybody else. So I can kind of understand where Rob's coming from. There's no other way of doing this because you can't claim it because they will initially check if you were in the country or not. You know, it's the only way out, really.
But if they can't trust the Mark to hand over their winnings, they could all end up leaving here empty-handed. Paul has an idea.
So here's what I'm suggesting. We've got a syndicate form, which we've all signed. If we make up another one with your name on it, date it for last week, would you be willing to claim it and be part of the 5-part syndicate, and we'll let you take a fifth of it?
So just splitting it 4 ways now, splitting it 5?
Absolutely. Would you be happy to do that?
Anything. A silly mistake.
Well done, you.
So Paul wants to make the Mark an official member of the group. They'd all sign a new syndicate agreement that would mean they split all winnings equally between them. There's just one tiny catch.
To make me feel better and also to give us a little bit of security, if I give you that ticket, I do want you to pick something up for it.
What are you expecting me to pay up for it?
2,000?
The Mark must first buy into the syndicate for £2,000. She'll then be able to claim the winnings from the ticket and keep 1/5 for herself.
It's 26,500 each if you split it 5 ways.
But will the Mark stump up the £2,000? In fact, does she even have access to that much money?
Can you put together 2,000? Do you have that in your bank?
Well, I personally don't.
That's not what the hustlers want to hear.
Why don't you get what you can?
Yeah.
Let us see what you've got. And, you know, at 1,500, I mean...
If you want me to go and do this...
Yeah, why don't you put your
with
name
the
in there
girls,
just now?
Then why don't you put your name there?
Before the Mark goes off to the bank, the hustlers give her the new syndicate form to sign. But will it all be for nothing?
I'll fill it in. You guys go to the bank. Get back here as fast as you can.
She's still not convinced, but she goes off with her friend to see how much cash she can get together at short notice.
Coming up. Did you get to the bank okay? Did it all work out? Okay. Now how much do you have for me?
Have to count it out.
Let me count it out for you, I'll do that.
The Mark has decided to go for the deal. She hands over the cash.
I just can't believe I'm spending a lot of money now.
I know. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put it right in the safe. It won't go anywhere.
So how much has she managed to get her hands on?
4, 5. All right, well, that is £1,700. All right.
There's just one thing left to do, and that's to take the ticket to a newsagent. Have it scanned by the lottery till and receive a winner's printout which she can use to claim a cheque of the winnings.
All right, okay, I'll get this in the safe.
Alex and Jess take the Mark to a nearby shop with the lottery machine. The Mark is carrying the ticket that she thinks is worth £130,000. And a big chunk of that money should be coming her way.
Because it's quite a small shop, I'll come in with you. I can go, why don't you guys wait outside?
Alex takes the Mark into the newsagents. Unfortunately, there's someone at the till, so they'll have to wait till she's finished. Actually, it's Polly, who's making sure to keep her back to the Mark at all times so she doesn't get recognised.
I've got a ticket.
Alex has to take a phone call, leaving the Mark and her ticket. He sends in the Mark's friend.
She wanted to just have a quick word with you, actually. She's just inside. Yeah.
The Mark's friend turning up is Polly's cue to leave. It means the hustlers can disappear into the night long before that ticket gets anywhere near the lottery machine. The ticket is scanned by the newsagent. It may have the real winning numbers, but it's definitely not a real lottery ticket. In fact, the hustlers printed it themselves using blank lottery paper. The mark's been told her ticket isn't a winner. In fact, it doesn't even have a proper barcode on it. She goes out to find her fellow Syndicate members, but they're long gone, along with all her money.
Some just ran off with all of our money. I checked it with them and on the website and everything. It said all the numbers, it said the date and everything. We're convinced that we was gonna get all this money back, and obviously, like, it's got my name on the back and everything. Well, my last name. Asked the woman to check it over, and she said it's not a winning ticket, and I asked her to check it again, and she said it's not.
I really didn't think the girls would go for it. I just think I probably wouldn't. But when you're in that situation, you really don't know. Each step I thought, nah, they're not going to buy it, they're not going to buy it. And each step, they just kept on buying it. Gemma had started thinking of dreams and already spending the money, and it made me feel really bad.
This is one of those situations where it all seems a little bit too convenient. A winning lottery ticket belonging to someone with exactly the same name and initials?
A lottery ticket is just a piece of paper. So when someone asks you to hand over your hard-earned money for it, you should stop and think. You're probably dealing with scammers trying to find a mark. And if you're not careful, it could be you.